Ever wondered how Doritos are made? Today, we're going inside the factory to break down every single step in the journey from raw corn to those delicious, crunchy triangles. It's a fascinating process involving massive machinery, careful precision, and an incredible amount of coordination to produce millions of bags that are enjoyed worldwide. From the moment the raw ingredients arrive at the factory to the final packaging and distribution stages, you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how it all happens. So let's get started with where it all begins: sourcing of the ingredients. The adventure starts with the key ingredient, a special type of grain that is picked for its high starch level, which is super important for getting that perfect crunch. This type of grain, called field corn, is grown in huge amounts in places famous for big farming, like the United States and Mexico. Farmers in these regions have become really good at planting and gathering this crop to keep up with the growing demand around the world. Once the grain is collected, it is carefully taken to the factory. But before it can be used in making products, it has to go through a detailed quality check to make sure it meets the factory's tough requirements. At the factory, the corn is taken off the trucks and checked right away. Groups of quality control specialists, along with machines, look at it for things like size, moisture level, and overall quality. Any kernels that don't meet the factory's strict standards are thrown away, making sure that only the top quality corn is used in making products. These first checks are really important because they affect how the final product will feel and look. After the corn gets a thumbs up, it moves on conveyor belts to the cleaning section, where the next part of the process starts. In the cleaning area, the corn goes through an extensive process to remove any impurities that may have been picked up during harvesting or transport. This includes dirt, stones, or other foreign materials that could have gotten mixed in with the corn. The cleaning is done by large industrial machines equipped with sieves, air blowers, and magnets. The sieves filter out larger debris, while the air blowers remove dust and lighter materials. Magnets catch any stray metal objects that may have found their way into the mix. The result is perfectly clean corn, ready for the next stage. Once the cleaning is complete, the corn is soaked in massive tanks of water. This step is critical because it softens the kernels, making them easier to process in the next phase. The soaking process takes up to 12 hours, and during that time, the corn absorbs water and begins to swell. Factory workers monitor the soaking tanks closely, ensuring that the water temperature and levels are just right to achieve the perfect texture. Once the soaking is finished, the corn is inspected again to make sure it's ready for grinding. The next stage of the process is grinding. The soaked corn is fed into huge industrial grinders, which break it down into a smooth, dough-like substance known as masa. This dough is the foundation of the product. The grinders in this factory are highly efficient, capable of processing tons of corn every hour. During the grinding process, water and lime are added to the masa to help it bind together and achieve the right consistency. This mixture must be carefully calibrated to ensure the dough isn't too dry or too wet, as this would affect the final product's texture. With the masa prepared, it moves on to the shaping phase. The dough is pressed into thin sheets by massive rollers that stretch for meters along the factory floor. These rollers are designed to ensure that the dough is flattened to just the right thickness, giving the final product its signature crunch without being too thick or too thin. The thin sheets of masa are then fed into cutting machines that slice the dough into triangles. Watching these machines at work is mesmerizing. They cut thousands of perfectly shaped triangles every minute, all uniform in size and ready for frying. As the triangles glide along conveyor belts towards the next stage, it's clear how efficiently the operation runs, with everything moving seamlessly from one step to the next. Next up is the frying process, where the triangles are transformed from dough into the crispy snack we're all familiar with. As the triangles are dropped into enormous vats of hot oil, the sound of sizzling fills the air. The oil is kept at a consistent temperature of around 180 degrees Celsius, ensuring that each triangle is fried to perfection. The pieces only spend about 2 minutes in the oil, but in that short time, they develop the golden brown color and crunch that makes the product so irresistible. The frying vats are huge, capable of frying thousands of pieces at once, and workers monitor the process closely to ensure the temperature stays just right and the pieces cook evenly. After frying, the pieces are removed from the oil and sent through a draining system to remove any excess grease. This helps keep the final product light and crispy rather than oily or soggy. At this stage, the factory smells absolutely incredible. Imagine the scent of freshly fried corn combined with a hint of seasoning in the air. As the pieces cool down while traveling along conveyor belts, they're now ready for the next crucial step: seasoning. Seasoning is what gives the product its distinctive flavor, and the factory uses a special process to make sure each piece is perfectly coated. The freshly fried triangles are sent into large rotating drums where the seasoning is added. These drums are continuously tumbling the pieces, ensuring that every triangle gets an even coating of flavor. Depending on the variety being made, the seasoning could include anything from tangy cheese to spicy chili, but each batch is carefully mixed to guarantee the flavor is balanced. Automated systems control the amount of seasoning being dispensed into the drums, so every batch of triangles comes out tasting exactly the same, whether it's cheese, barbecue, or a limited edition flavor. Once the seasoning is complete, the pieces are sent to the packaging area. The packaging stage is one of the most impressive parts of the factory because of its speed and precision. The triangles are portioned out into pre-measured servings, ensuring that each bag contains the same amount. These portions are then dropped into individual bags, which are immediately sealed to lock in freshness. The entire process happens in the blink of an eye. Bags are filled, sealed, and labeled in just seconds. The packaging machines are capable of processing thousands of bags per hour, keeping up with the factory's enormous output. The bags are then printed with important information like the expiration date and nutritional details before being boxed up for shipping. At this point, if you're enjoying the tour, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into how your favorite foods are made. With the bags now packed and ready, the product is sent to the storage facility. Here, the freshly packed bags are stored in a climate-controlled warehouse to maintain their freshness before they are shipped out to stores. The scale of these warehouses is truly impressive. Towering stacks of boxes filled with bags stretch from floor to ceiling, with millions of units ready to be shipped at any given time. Forklifts zoom around the warehouse, moving boxes into place and preparing shipments for distribution. The logistics of distributing such a popular product is a massive operation. Every day, trucks arrive at the factory to pick up shipments, which are then transported to retailers across the country and even internationally. The product is shipped to supermarkets, convenience stores, and other retailers, ensuring that the snack is available to millions of people around the world. And factories like this one are operating around the clock to meet that demand. And that's the entire process, from raw corn to the delicious, crunchy snack you enjoy. Every step is meticulously planned and executed to ensure the highest quality product reaches your hands. If you enjoyed learning about the process, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content on how your favorite foods are made. From the farms to the factory floor to your local supermarket, it's a journey that involves precision, hard work, and a whole lot of machinery, making sure that each bite is just as satisfying as the last.